Hey there, this is Matthew J. Peters, the CEO of Ascend Media, back again with another 10-minute training. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about easy client onboarding, how to welcome new clients in easily and instantly. You know, there's really not much worse as a client. You just made a deposit of $1,000, paid $5,000, or committed to even more. And when you're done with the call or the meeting, you really are confused because you don't know what's supposed to happen next, who you're supposed to talk to next. Let's clarify that. Let's make it super simple for you. We're gonna prepare before your call. I want you to act as if you're going to get the sale. Prepare as if you're going to get that sale. So don't be shuffling papers around after that you hang up the phone and try to get your act together and put something together for them. You're gonna have this ready. You're gonna have it set up for them. So when you make that sale, you already knew you're gonna get the sale. You just make it that simple for yourself. My philosophy is if I'm gonna be doing something more than once, I wanna make a process out of it. If I'm going to do it a lot of times, then I'm going to make a system that other people can follow. But a simple process is what we're going to talk about today. This is just a couple steps, maybe, let's see, 3 steps. And I'm going to show you an email that is, once you construct this email, it's going to solve probably 99% of your customer service issues. We're going to template an email and we're going to add their name. So I'm going to show you the template, or I'm going to show you the points to make sure you hit on the email, everything that makes sense for you. And then you're just going to add their name to it. So when they pay, you send it out immediately. So here's what you do on the call. All right. You've talked to them and say, yeah, I'm excited to get started. What do? Number one, you get the commitment from them. And one of the best ways to do that is to collect the money. How do I like to do that? One of the easiest ways to do that, and the way that a lot of people understand and they feel comfortable with, is PayPal. So using PayPal, you can do a paypal.me. If you don't have one, go ahead and secure one. It doesn't cost anything, but I have one, paypal.me/MJ Peters. Now, the really cool thing about this, and a lot of people don't actually use this feature, is anything you put after that last slash is the dollar amount that they're going to be charged, or the dollar amount they're going to see that they can pay. So let's say I'm on a sales call and someone says they're ready to get started and I want them to make a $500 deposit or a $1,000 deposit or $2,000, whatever it is. You can put that. So right now I just put paypal.me/MJ Peters /500 /1,000 /47 for $47. You see how this works. I also have another vanity URL, paymatthew.com. And I just send them to paypal.me/MJ Peters, and then they can choose the amount that they're going to pay. One thing you don't want to ever do, and I've been guilty of this a lot in the past, is you have a client that is excited and they say, how much do you need? And you say, just a $500 deposit. And they say, can I give you $1,000? Say yes. I learned this from my dad. He says, if someone's willing to pay you now, take the money now, because you really don't know what's going to happen in their life later. So if they say they want to give you more and you have like that 500 in there and you have that link ready to go, I would just do paypal.me/your name /1,000 or whatever, make it up at the moment. So you charge them exactly that, or have your vanity URL where they put that amount in. What are you going to do next? You're going to wait. You're going to wait on the phone and they're going to go into PayPal. They're going to make that deposit or the full payment. You're going to see it arrive. Now you have confirmation. At that point, you're going to welcome them in verbally. You say, fantastic, I've just received it. So I'm sending you an email right now. What's your best email address? They give it to you. You make sure you have their first name in there. And this email is going to give them everything they need. All the expectations, all the contacts. I've done this and I had like 0. No one reached out to me. Hey, when's the next meeting? Hey, who do I talk to about billing? All that stuff is taken care of in this email. All right. And then you want to make sure that they receive it. So on the call, you want to say, so did you receive that email? Yep, I did. Awesome. So go through that and then book a meeting from a meeting. I learned this many years ago when I was a distributor in a multi-level marketing. They said, anytime you're in a meeting, make sure you book the next meeting. So you're both there, you both have your calendars open and you know what to do next. With this is it doesn't necessarily have to be a meeting with you. Just let them know in this call, when you're wrapping it up, you say, the next thing is blank. We've got our meeting next Thursday. I've sent you the information in that email, or your next call is with Susan. She's going to be reaching out to you tomorrow morning before noon. Just help them understand what is the next thing. They just gave you $500, $1,000, $2,000 or more. Give them that little bit of security in return. All right, so what is in this magic email here? You want to overview the purchase. So many times I've bought something out of excitement and I really didn't know what I bought. I remember it was a friend of mine. He had a Facebook marketing group. I paid him $25,000 and I didn't quite know what was involved. I didn't know I got all this extra stuff. So that was a surprise. There's other people, I didn't know what the payment plan was, all these different things. I needed to know what I purchased, what is expected. And then here's what you need to do first. Do this first. It might be setting up an account, or it could be reaching out to somebody. And then here's your next step. So what are the next 3 or 4 things so they know what's coming up? The more people know what's coming up, the more comfortable they feel, the more confident they know that you have your act together. Expectations of the client. As the service provider, here's what I'm expecting of you, right? And then you now have expectations on you of them. So here's what you can expect of me. Here's how you can reach me. Here's how I'm going to be available. Here's how I'm going to serve you. So it's all outlined. They know what they just bought. Everything, the expectations, there's no hard feelings because everything's been outlined in black and white. And then ground rules. If they're going to be put into a group, what are the ground rules? Keep it super simple, concise. And a lot of times people in the group, if it's a Facebook group, they have the rules right there. But you just want to make sure you hit the high points there. And then schedule. What's coming up? Do you have an event coming up next month? Do you have calls every week at this time? Any meetings? Anything that they're going to be able to access, you want to make sure that they have the schedule so they know exactly what it is. A great way to do that is to create a Google Calendar that you share. So they can click on that and it asks them if they want to add that to their calendar. All of a sudden, all of your calendar live, as you edit it, it's going to show up on their calendar. So it's a live calendar on their Google Calendar as an overlay they can turn on and off. You can have all the links in the calendar so everybody knows what the Zoom link is. There's no one reaching out to you for that. Contacts and roles. So I may be setting up the call. I did the sales call, or my salesperson did the sales call, and they said your next call is going to be a strategy session with Matthew. It's a 30-minute call. I want to make sure you have these things prepared. So that's in there. Here's the contact and here's the role, right? So if you have any billing questions, reach out to John. And so it's all outlined there. Billing details. If they have to make payments manually, here's how you make those payments. If it's going to be with $500 a month, whatever it is, that's outlined so they understand. At the beginning of every month, $500 is going to be withdrawn from your account. What to expect next. The next thing. Is it a phone call? Is it a meeting? Or we are going to meet you at the event in 2 months? Help them to understand what's next. And then any links, any and all links that they're going to need, put that in there. And membership login details if it is a membership. You want to make sure this is all inclusive. I would even put in the title and the headline, save this. So people understand it's important, something they want to keep on hand. Now, we can coach you through this whole process. I was just talking to a gentleman today that they're doing a book launch and we're helping them with the website. And there's a lot of different pieces going on there and we can consult through that process. We help people with their media, but we also have insight. So everything is tied together. When you start getting people saying yes to you, you want to have a system. You never want to be the throttle on your business or the governor, or you're pulling back on the reins to slow things down because you're feeling overwhelmed. You want to have that system, not only of sending out this email with all the things detailed, but you have the person that's going to reach out to them next that is not you. All right, you have a right-hand person, you have someone who's a project manager, they take the next step so you can move on to the next thing, serve the next client, make that next sales call, and you're not trying to piece everything together. I've been there in the early days and it sucks. And that's when you can self-sabotage because you don't want more of the chaos. You want more order. And get the order set up ahead of time. It doesn't have to be complicated. And of course, we can set that up with you. We help coaches, consultants, and entrepreneurs expand their reach and elevate their presence with minimal time and effort. We are a done-for-you service. If people want a series of videos made so they have an elevated presence out in the marketplace, they are literally everywhere. A few days ago, I did a 10-minute training on being omnipresent. That means you are everywhere. Wherever your clients, potential clients are, you want to meet them there and help them come to you. And setting up a funnel, setting up your every next step for people along that funnel is how we can help you tie everything together. You don't want a lot of different pieces and silos. You want to have a cohesive brand so everything looks like it is from the same place. They go from an ad or a video, wherever it is, to a landing page. Yep, all the same colors, all the same fonts. That's the person there. They look like the person on this landing page. Throughout the funnel, every step of the way, you want to have that brand so people feel very confident that you have your act together, and we help with that. If you want help with this, if you feel this is time to start doing this, or you just have some questions, you want to know when it is and if and how we can help you, go ahead and reach out to us. Book a call with me at ascendmedia.com/call. That's ascend, ASYND media.com/call. Ascend stands for Authority Syndication. Some people ask me that, but thanks so much for being on tonight, and I look forward to talking with you next time. Take care.